Yes, I know. There's a horrible jabbering, but it's the CD player. I blame the CD player. We were talking off while the music was playing. We were talking about AI, chatting to AI, but I think we'll get to that a little bit later. I want to put my own problems with YouTube to you.
Okay.
See what you make of this.
See what I can come up with.
It does sort of relate to what you've been talking about anyway, in a roundabout sort of way. I used to get quite a lot of views for 3-minute, 5-minute bits of video that was on YouTube, but it gradually drifted away. Whereas shorts, you can get lots of views for shorts, is what I've found. And I think it's just to how they're displayed. My guess is if they were better displayed, more people would see them. And YouTube just seems to have got its own ideas on how long something's available for and that sort of thing. So I'm tending to do a lot more shorts, but I can't control the sequence of them. So it's not as if I can say, here's a playlist, I'd like you to watch this short and then this short and then this short, because they just don't become available. So the whole thing of playlists seems to have gone away. Long ago I could do playlists and they would get views, but then YouTube decided they were much better at coming up with suggestions of what people should listen to next than any sort of handcrafted approach. So that's all gone away. But at the same time, they've decided a playlist might be a podcast. So some of the playlists I've done, they say, would you like this to be a podcast? And you say, oh yes, that's now a podcast. And then your stats come back and they say, oh, your podcast is doing really well. I have no idea what they're talking about, really, because I don't see where it exists as a podcast. What are they doing then? Are they just playing a playlist in sequence as they used to do with a list of music tracks?
Right.
What's going on?
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here because you've talked about a lot. There's a lot of questions in what you've just asked me, what you just talked about. First of all, shorts video, 3 to 5 minutes, right? The attention span of people is getting shorter and shorter, right? So you need to make your shorts shorter. The magic spot I found for me personally is 15 seconds or less. So the majority of my shorts videos now are 15 seconds or less. They get far many more views in general, even less than that sometimes, 8 seconds, right? So if you're doing educational content, that doesn't really work that well unless you're doing top 3 things, like top 3 places to go in Exeter, list them off, this type of thing. You can probably do that in 15 seconds, right? But people's attention spans online are getting shorter and shorter, so they want quick bursts. So for me, the sweet spot, I purposely do a lot of shorts that are 15 seconds or less now, purposely, because I know they get more views, because people's attention spans are going shorter because of social media, because of dopamine hits, which is only going to increase with AI, obviously, because it's all like, the more humans rely on external sources for dopamine and to do things for them and make their life easier, the less they get into the long form content. Obviously there'll always be people usually love long form content if they got the attention span for it, but as more and more people have got a lack of attention, that's why they like really short videos, so 15 seconds, right? I still do some longer ones, but usually they get less views in general overall, so I still do up to 3 minutes because I still keep shorts as shorts, because shorts can only go up to 3 minutes.
Right.
Originally it used to be 15 seconds to 60 seconds, then it went up to 3 minutes. I think it's because they were competing with TikTok. I don't really know much about TikTok. I don't get involved with TikTok purely because I want to focus on YouTube as my main video platform. And then you said, what did you say next? So you said about the interest. This year, especially going into 2026, it's all about interests. So YouTube's algorithm has changed, because I keep up with YouTube algorithms, and it's all based on interest now. So this is the main thing that YouTube is looking for. So any people that are coming on YouTube, instead of going to a specific channel, they are showing content to those people based on their interests. So with me doing a variety of content on my channel, I'm hitting lots of different interest groups. I'm hitting the people that want aquarium videos. I'm hitting the people that want dating and relationship videos. I'm hitting the people that want asexuality videos. I'm hitting the people who want to see my life because they just like following my life. So I'm hitting lots of different niches within one niche. Because I'm doing asexual lifestyle videos, asexual education, asexual, information videos. So by me diversifying, rather than just being specifically narrowed on asexuality information only, I am then opening up to a more broader range of people. Now, it depends what your goal is for YouTube. If you're a person who's got a specific business, for example, and you're trying to sell one specific product, you might have to find different ways of doing that product, but you'll be more focused. Because my mission with my channel is all about asexuality and getting recognised globally,
so
that's why I do
you
videos.
Find that the shorts where you're getting the views are on the... No, from what you're saying, this isn't the case, that they're not really on the same subject matter as what you want to concentrate on. So your longer form content is where you've got the messages that you really want to get over, but you've got no way of encouraging people who've come in to watch an aquarium video to then watch one of the longer form videos.
So my longer form content tends to be different. It tends to be focused on dating, relationships, self-love, self-confidence and self-care. So that's where the educational aspect comes in more. Although I do some short videos about, like I did one about why I love being asexual. I did one recently about how I tailor my life to my asexuality. That was like 3 minutes long. That was a longer shorts video. So I have got those, but a lot of my shorts videos don't actually relate directly to my long form content. But if we think about a sales funnel, right, you can draw people in by having different contents, and then if they want to see if they're subscribed or they hit the bell icon or it happens to be a topic they're interested in anyway, then they should see a YouTube notification saying, recommend this content or watch this content. So some people on my channel, when I look at my analytics, everyone watches shorts usually, everyone watches my videos, and 3/4 of my viewers also watch my live streams. It used to be, because I used to do live streams more regularly, because now I've gone to short form content more regularly. I don't do live streams every single day like I used to try to do. Then it's gone down a little bit on the viewers with the live streams. But yeah, so most people might just stick to doing short videos that relate to main content, because that makes sense. If you're trying to sell a product, if you're trying to sell a specific service, that makes more sense. But it's like, you've got to look at your objective. I want to reach as many people globally as possible to make the biggest impact and have the biggest influence I can with what I'm doing. And I draw people in from all different walks of life with my own interests and my asexual life interests. This is all to do with my asexual life. So although a lot of the shorts videos aren't necessarily related to my main subject matter in my educational live streams, I'm still showing my asexual life all the time in real life contexts. So it's all part of my big plan, if you like, that it's showing asexuality in real life context, not just give textbook definitions of it. And I'm getting people in from all different walks of life, because obviously if I just keep putting asexual videos out there, I'm not really going to get many heterosexual videos watching on. Well, I might do, but if they're not interested in asexuality, why would they come to my channel based on interests? Because YouTube is showing people to interest. So my channel's basically already set up for the next 2026. For me, I'm loving this new algorithm. I'm thinking it's great. It's good for me. But some YouTubers, their views have shot down. They, if you watch, because I watch some experts talking about YouTube and what the future of YouTube is in 2026 and how the algorithm is changing to interest-based content. People are showing interest. But some people's channels that are only of a specific niche, for example, their viewership's going down. So they have to pivot. They're like, how can I put a different spin on what I do? Do you know what I mean? So with me, I'm already a very creative person. I'm already spinning my content, putting a different angle on a creative way. So by showing my asexual life in real life context, I'm not just talking about, how I live my asexual life positively and happily and confidently. I'm showing it daily. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Does that make sense? So this is some of the difficulties you're probably experiencing, because you're focused on what you want the viewer to see. YouTube is only focused on what the viewer wants to see, what the viewer's interested in. So it doesn't matter what playlist you put on there unless they go to playlists. Playlists are still valuable. I do a no sex movie review playlist. That's still my most watched playlist. Got 3,500, I think, something people that's viewed it. So playlists are still relevant for the people that want to watch it. You know, someone watches a no sex movie review, they go to the next no sex movie review and like that. But it's all based on people's interests. So it's not what we just want to share. It's what we want to share, but also our viewers like as well. So you've got to monitor that very closely, because some people, you know, they love the same content, they just want repetition just done in different ways, and other people want new fresh stuff. So I think it's good to mix it up and do content that's like ongoingly relevant to your audience, and then put some fresh stuff in there to see what else works as well. And then in terms of the your videos being a podcast, if you turn it into a podcast, it goes on YouTube Music, and you can click through YouTube Music and you can see your podcasts on there, and you can set up a little you know, you can do, what's it called, like a screenshot or a graphic, and put like Will Phonic FM on there. And then you can put, you know, your videos or whatever go on there as whatever you selected as a podcast. So you're on, if you've got a podcast, it should be on YouTube Music, and you can find yourself on there. And it's audio and video.
Why does YouTube think that the podcast format will find an audience? Because people want to listen to half an hour of sequential sound where there's a logical sequence. Whereas previously, if I was doing a playlist, some of my own videos, some from somewhere else, on YouTube, the main YouTube site, they've decided people no longer want to watch that because they don't put it up in search results in the way that they used to 5 years ago, let's say.
They are promoting shorts more than anything.
I didn't say shorts, I meant playlists. Handcrafted, curated playlists.
Yeah, but you're saying, why is it not showing up?
Yes.
I'm assuming it's because they're prioritising shorts. They promote shorts.
Well, no, they have their own AI-generated playlists, effectively. So, just the main music tracks on YouTube, but down the right-hand side.
Yeah, they're created for you personally, the person who.
Yeah, but you used to be able to see playlists that somebody had.
That's YouTube creating them for you.
I know, but what I'm saying is they did away with the ability for somebody to create a playlist and then for somebody else to find it. That's no longer possible. That's no longer possible. Well, it's very unusual.
You put it on your channel, so when you create a playlist, then you can see if it's public.
But what I'm saying is that long ago it used to show up on the main page, but they've stopped doing that.
What do you mean by the main page?
Well, just if you sort of log on to YouTube and you search for a few music tracks, on the right hand side it will say here's some other playlists you might like, or you know, this is the YouTube suggested main tracks for this artist. Or
but isn't that all YouTube? That's come
no,
on someone's channel.
I'm saying long ago. I can't tell you how long ago it was.
I might be too young for this.
Well, it may be. I'm going to go. I'll go back on my stats. Well, whenever.
Because as far as I know, you either have to put a playlist on your channel for someone else to watch, or YouTube create a playlist.
Yeah, but they
Because where else would it be housed?
I'm looking for dates now. When did this album, Joss Stone, Water for Your Soul?
Right.
I can't remember when that came out, but I did tracks from that, and then live performances from that, and originals of various covers that she did in promotional TV appearances and so forth. So I had a playlist that was coming from here and there, and that did get a lot of views, but it was quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to do similar ones, but eventually they all disappeared from the right-hand column of a YouTube page, and they were all replaced by AI-generated ones, effectively.
Right.
And so I'm saying that YouTube, somebody on YouTube has decided that was a good decision to make, because their AI would come up with a better guess as to what people wanted to watch next than a handcrafted list. Whereas, contrary-wise, they're now saying, if I put a sequence of videos into a podcast, what they regard as a podcast, they'll put it into YouTube Music, which I guess started out as a place where people just wanted to find music. Mm-hmm. And there they'll find podcasts which might include quite long form voice content, which you'd expect in a podcast, and they think that'll work really well.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube makes the rules up.
Well, they do, but I'm just wondering what the logic is, what the explanation is of how they make the rules up.
Well, I'm not aware exactly of the format you're talking. I'm aware of playlists, but as far as I know, the playlist is on someone else's YouTube. Because where else would it be housed? It has to be on someone's YouTube.
Yes, but
and for it to show up, was it showing up for you because you create those playlists?
No, it was showing up for everybody. That's how I got views on them.
Right. So they've just changed the format of what they
display.
Yeah. In that case, I mean, obviously, when you've got your YouTube, you can actually put on the homepage your playlists. You know that?
Sure. Yes. No, I realise that.
So so you can have a section which lists your playlists, and then people can click through them.
Right.
So you can display it that way.
Right.
Which obviously, if people go on the homepage, but who goes on the homepage when they're on a mobile phone? Not many actually go on the homepage, do they?
No.
Let's face it, they don't. If you're on a mobile phone and you're in the Shorts tab, you're constantly shorts content. Shorts,
and there's no logic to what the next short will be. You can't say I'd like 6.
Promote shorts, so they promote your, because I'm subscribed to you, they promote your shorts to me, they promote my shorts to other people, because I follow myself on my YouTube from my other channels. Right, I do that, which people might be like, oh, shocker, right? But the reason I do that is, I think when you start a YouTube channel, if you've got no subscribers at all, and you can subscribe to yourself from another channel, I think that's allowable, and it's fine, because I don't usually comment on my channel, and I don't usually like it because it can get flagged by YouTube, reported for doing that. I think, well, not reported necessarily. YouTube see that there's something going on that's not good, because it's like not you've got to be careful not to do things on your channel and make it look like you're just purposely trying to get views and stuff like that. So I just subscribe to my channel so I can see what's going on from a viewer's point of view. Subscribe to my other channels, and to give myself one view when one subscriber when I first start. But I occasionally start trying to like my videos, and like I got there was YouTube didn't like that. I'm like, don't do that again. So I tried to hardly ever do that ever again. And I try to be careful how I play it back. It's better if you can play it back in YouTube Studio if you can, because you've got to be careful not to seem like you're putting views on your own channel. That's really goes against their policies and procedures. But I do subscribe to my other channels because it's really important to do that, because you can see what they're promoting to other people. I mean, they might be promoting different videos of mine, different shorts to other people, because it's tailored towards the individual. Right. But you can kind of see the frequency and what type of things they're doing, but they have a lag. So I might have put a video out like 24 hours before, and they're like, oh, Sandra's just posted this video. And I'm thinking, that was like 24 hours ago or 48 hours ago. And they do that, so they don't do it in the order it just comes in. If I post a shorts video, they're not necessarily showing my viewers that straight away. So I look at my stats, but I also look at them the next day and the next day, because I could post a video like 48 hours ago, it doesn't get much traction, then I keep posting shorts for the next couple of days, which I always do. The more shorts you post, usually the more it shows your content in general. So the more you post, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you keep consistently posting, the more it shows your other posts, like your video posts, I should say, videos you're posting. So yeah, I noticed that some of my videos that didn't do very well, they might have like 20 views, then all of a sudden they got 900 views, because the YouTube algorithm has caught up. It's obviously probably promoted those shorts videos to people who are interested in that content, because maybe they clicked on one of those types of videos before. So it might be a singing video I've done and it's got 23 views, and then all of a sudden it's got 900 views in like 24 hours or 48 hours, because it's caught up. So and sometimes I tweak titles. If something's not performing well, it's got 6 views, I'll be like, this is not good, and I'll be like tweaking the title and changing the title. But it requires a lot of patience, time, energy and effort to consistently look, and you have to kind of watch what they're looking at, because people can change their interests as well. Right.
Well, you're a much more sensible person than I am, because you're sort of just looking at what goes on, and working out what you should do and accepting what they are asking of you, really.
Yeah, I've been
Whereas
flexible.
I'm just trying to puzzle out how did they get there.
It's because you're trying to post stuff based exactly on what you want to do rather than your viewers. I think from what I can understand. And obviously, I engage loads. I'm always answering a lot of comments on my channel. I do that a lot on purpose because that gets the algorithm. Plus, I love my community, and I'm growing a community there. They're like family to me. My YouTube community, honestly, they're like a family. They're like an online family, and I feel disconnected when I don't connect with them regularly. So it's literally an emotional connection I have with my audience because I'm regularly telling my life story, letting them into secrets about my life that most people would not share. Most people would not do weights video in an E or night shirt. I mean, you see people down the gym doing this type of thing, but you see a girl on with an E or night shirt, you're like, what the hell is she doing? You know, but it creates curiosity, and it creates a relatability because I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not this polished skinny girl, far from it, on YouTube doing, like I've got makeup on today and I've got this tight little top and I'm doing these weights and I'm trying to look sexy. It's like I'm here trying to get my spine in shape, trying, like being very positive about my body being curvy girl, and I'm just working out in my night shirt, and it just adds a bit of realism. And I think in an AI digital world, I'm going to continue, and people like me, content creators like me, are really going to continue to stand out because people are going to, they're going to not want perfectionism all the time. They're going to want raw, real, authentic content. That's the way it's going. And I think people who create that type of content are really going to continue to stand out and be a really good force to be reckoned with in the YouTube space. So yeah, always be flexible and willing to pivot as much as possible. I used to be focused on asexuality years ago, but actually for me personally, I've grown my channel by focusing on other things, not just asexuality. But I think my personality and lifestyle is kind of like geared towards that, and I don't do these perfectly polished like videos, you know what I mean, like other YouTubers do. I just share my life ongoingly, warts and all, as your AI host put it last time.
Yes, well, look, I'm going.
Warts and all.
Yeah, okay.
I hope I don't have any warts.
No, all right. Well, look, I'm going to come back in defence of my AI colleagues.
I know, you're already defending AI. My gosh, think about what it's going to be like.
But
in a few
first of all, I think we'll have another track from this rather erratic CD player. We'll see what it comes up with next.